Yes, so it has been a long time since I have made a video like this on my channel. But, what's going on, guys? So, it's been a really long time since I've actually made a face-to-face video like this, and I kind of feel like I forgot, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. But, the reason for this video, the reason why I'm going to this old-school format is because I think a lot of you know I've been working on this for a really long time, but it is now time for me to start making my comic book. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been following this channel for a really long time, you know that I've always wanted to make my own comic book, and it's finally that time. Unfortunately, I've learned that comic books are pretty expensive. Yeah, there's not like this magical person that you can just go to and be like, hey, I want to make a comic book, and they're like, okay, this is all the prices of everything. Everything is very different. Your artist is going to be the most expensive thing, because sometimes some artists want you to not pay by project, but pay by page. And that can be really expensive if you're doing a 20-page comic book like I am, and let's say every page is $50 to $100, then you're just like, whoa. And if they only draw it and they don't color it, then that's a different thing. You gotta pay somebody else to color it, and then if none of them do the lettering, you gotta hire a letterer. And it's a lot. And I was just like, okay, because if you guys have been following this channel for a really long time, my goal for 2019 was to produce this comic book. And I finally got a script that I enjoyed. I let a few friends read it. They actually enjoyed it as well. So I was like, okay, I think I have something here. And now I'm ready to start making it. And then I started looking into everything that goes into making a comic book. And I realized I was in over my head, because I've been saving some money to do this, but I didn't have enough. And now we're to the point of the video where I ask if you guys want to help with this project. And I know a lot of people out there are definitely willing to support the comic book. So one thing, I am opening up the Patreon again. There's going to be a bunch of different tiers like there was before. Now I did lower some and made some cheaper, because I think that was one of the biggest issues when I first launched Patreon, was that a lot of people were like, they're too high and they're too expensive. So we do have a $1, $5, and $10 tier in the Patreon, but for those of you that actually want to support more towards the comic books, there is also a $25 and $50 tier. Another mistake I made with the first Patreon that I don't want to do with this Patreon was I kind of offered too much. I tried to say, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I just couldn't keep up with the demand because I'm doing everything myself. So this time around, I made everything a little bit more manageable for myself, stuff that I could easily do, and stuff I think you guys would be interested in having. The $1 tier will get you access to the private Discord channel that we have for the Patreon. So yes, you can join up with everybody else I have in my Discord, but there's also going to be a Patreon channel just for my patrons, to where if you want to talk to me, you can go ahead and post stuff in there, so it's a direct link to talk to me if you want to just talk about whatever, to be honest. The $5 tier is more comic book info based. Now I want to have fun with this one, because I want to reveal stuff about the comic book, but I want to do it in a very fun way. So I was thinking about doing riddles and puzzles and stuff like that, to where people in the Patreon can actually interact with the post and try to figure out what the comic is about. So that is what's going to be happening in the $5 tier. You will also get access to the Discord as well. The $10 tier is a giveaway, but it is going to be a giveaway with something I'm going to be talking about right after this Patreon segment. So $10 tier will be entered in a giveaway once per month for the thing we'll be talking about later. $25 tier will be video or podcast shoutouts. That is something I know a lot of people like, and I think people that do want to put more towards this product should be shouted out, because you guys are pretty badass. So yeah, that'll be the $25 tier. And then we have the $50 tier for the people that really, really, really want to support this project. Anybody that wants to support this project in any tier, I freaking bless you. Thank you so much if you're willing to support me. But for those that do want to support with more money, I will try to find a way to put you in the comic book, whether that be in the story itself, a poster on the wall, or if it's just going to be like, hey, thank you to these awesome people in a page on the comic book. I want to just show you guys just appreciation for wanting to support this comic book, because it's something that it's a passion project of mine, and if you're willing to open up your wallets to help me freaking do my passion, I gotta show you some love in some other awesome way, you know what I mean? But I do understand there are people that don't want to support on Patreon. They don't want to have this as like a monthly thing, and you just want to support little, and maybe you don't want to support without getting something in return, because yes, the comic book will take a little while to be drawn and find an artist. It's going to be a process, and you're actually just, you know, coming along for the ride. But if you are somebody that doesn't want to do that, and you just want something right now, but you do want to support the comic book, well, I have something for you, because over at JUICEfromtheBOX.com, I have just launched my first official store. This is something that I will be shipping out the products. I already have them with me, and we're going to be selling these exclusive Juice Box and Bat from the Box pins. Not gonna lie to you guys, these things are pretty awesome, and there's only 100 available of each. So if you've ever wanted to have something that only 100 other people in the world have, well, this is going to be your chance. This is something that I actually kind of want to do going forward. I want to make a bunch of different variety types of juice box pens. I kind of want to start my own collection, basically, and I do want to keep them limited to about around 100 each. And I think it's just cool, because I like exclusive stuff. You know, when you buy something that is one of 25 or one of 100 or one of whatever, I think that kind of stuff is really cool. And pins, and they're not like little things, they're like hard enamel pins, which is really cool. They have the backings and everything, so you can place these on your jackets, you can place them on your hats, you can do whatever. I think enamel pins are something that a lot of people like to have, because you can just accessorize with them, but at the same time, they can be relatively cheap. On the website, they're selling for $10 plus tax and shipping, but that's not too much to ask, and every profit that we get from these pins will be going to the comic book. So if you are somebody that wants to support, but you also just want to get a little something back in return right away, buy yourself a Juice Box or Bat from the Box pin and own one of only 100 in the world, people. The website also has a very, very limited number of supporter packs, where on top of the 2 pins, you'll actually get a Justice League sticker, a Juice Box sticker, and you'll get 3 buttons to go along with your pins. So if you want to just throw in a little bit more money and get a little bit more back, go ahead and get yourself one of those. Only 9, ladies and gentlemen, 9 supporter packs that we have available. So yeah. So if you want to support in any way, whether that be the pins or the Patreon or both, thank you so much. Also, I just got an email from YouTube that I finally got access to channel memberships. So if you don't know what that means, if you've ever known about Twitch, or if you've ever been to one of my Twitch streams, almost said Titch streams. If you've ever been to one of my Twitch streams, damn it! If you've ever been to the Twitch stream, people sub on there, and, you know, that is just like $5 a month. Hey, like, here's a sub, blah, blah. Well, basically, this is YouTube's version of that. And I haven't done a lot of things on this Bat from the Box channel. I haven't done a lot on the Juice from the Box channel either. It's all about Juice Reacts now, to be honest. You should go subscribe over there. But now that we have membership access on this channel, I might just start bringing back streams and more videos and stuff to Bat from the Box. And if you want to support on YouTube, that is another way you'll be able to support me, the comic book, and any other future projects we have going on. It's going to take me a little while to set this back up, because I literally just got the email right before filming this video. And the more important thing was letting you guys know about this and the Patreon to support the comic book. And in 2020, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to do a whole bunch of new things. I know I've been very silent on this channel. I've been focusing way more on the Juice Reacts channel. That's actually about to cross 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, please go help it out. Get us over 1,000 subscribers there so we can start building revenue on that channel. It's so much easier to make videos there that if I can bring revenue from that, then I can focus on this channel as well. But there's just so much going on creatively. I have a podcast, which is Batman News Weekly, and I'm going to be starting a new one in 2020 that I'm actually starting to record a bunch of episodes for right now. That is going to be more in-depth personal podcast, which I think is really exciting. We're going to talk about a lot of crazy, hard topics sometimes, and a lot of things that people go through, and I think it's just going to be really awesome. So 2020 is looking really exciting for Juice Man right here. I was going to say the Juice Box brand, but that sounds really shitty in my opinion. For your boy Juice Box, 2020 is looking really cool, ladies and gentlemen, and I just want to get back into that creative mode. I've been trying to do a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. I haven't been able to share it with you, but now I am here. We're trying to produce a comic book in 2020. We're launching a new podcast in 2020, and we want to bring this channel back to the glory days in 2020. So if you want to come along for the ride, please check out the Patreon. Link will be in the description. Also, go buy yourself a pin. There's only 1 of 100, or 1 out of 100, depending on how many you buy. There's not a limit to how many you can buy, but there's only 100 available, ladies and gentlemen. So go buy yourself some Bat from the Box pins or Juice from the Box pins. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys if you want to support this journey of mine to building a freaking comic book from scratch, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm your host, Juice Box. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. But I'm a daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.
I think the girls with their nails done now.